your best work, your best content is not going to come out of something that doesn't feel authentic to you.
Ooh, that's true also. And perfect timing, Pavel, because we've got Mally. What's up, Mally?
Hey, Mally.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
A little early. Is this okay?
Don't worry
Oh,
about
it's perfect. It's perfect.
We're just wrapping up, so it's perfect timing. Perfect timing.
I love it. I'm so happy to be here, you guys. How cool are you?
And look,
glad to see you.
During your session, we're gonna give away an iPad Mini too, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, there we go.
You get the good one. You get the good one. And
listen, I saw that on all the social media. I'm obsessed with the social media, guys, watching everything. And I said, an iPad Mini. Oh no, they didn't. They are. They're going in.
You're
It's
so good. Let me just show everyone as we get this started. I want to showcase your Instagram really quick.
Aww.
So we got Mally. And yes, she's got a blue little check mark, of course. And she has 133,000 followers, posts some amazing stuff on here. So please follow her. Her name is Mally Roncal, just like it is, right?
There we go.
Mally Roncal, yeah. She's got some inspirational stuff. She also makes me laugh with some of her posts. So like tip of the day, right?
Yes.
That was a good one. I remember that one.
Tristan, just so you know, I've never ever done that.
You know what? I may or may not have done that. So
that's epic. That's epic.
Pavel may or may have not have done that too.
I mean, listen, we're all human. But like I said, I've never done it to you two. So that's
good.
We're okay.
That's good. That's good. Oh, I love it. Well, look, let's get started with Mally. You good to start with Mally, Pavel?
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. Probably halfway through your session.
Looks like we got a question here from McLean Smith in the Q&A.
Oh, shoot, go ahead.
Yeah, it says if you have a team of 20 agents, how many VAs do you recommend?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I would probably recommend. It depends what they're doing. Those 20 agents, they're all buyers agents, if they're sellers agents. It's hard to say from this question, but I would probably recommend a couple VAs to start. And again, I don't know too much about your organizations as far as how you run it to give you a more definitive answer.
That's it.
What do you think?
Good question. I'm gonna answer it with a little chart, and then we'll go into Mally.
Yeah.
You remember this chart?
To know.
Oh yeah.
So my team is spread out throughout the United States, but we definitely have over 20. But this covers a lot of different things. So great question. I'd have a director of ops for sure. And then I'd look at what my strengths are. Do you guys call more? Then I'd go the lead coordinator route. Right? Do you do social media more? So you need a video editor / marketing manager, right? Do you do a lot more referrals from past clients in Sphere? I'd probably go the concierge route. So there is no set answer, except depending on where your strength currently lies for where you get the most business, right? That would be my answer. And then go on these. And yeah, I'll definitely share this with you. Let me grab it and then stop the share. Hopefully that answered that question. Let me throw that into the chat. And there you go. Now we can go over to Mally. We'll give away that mini iPad halfway through the session or towards the end because she's got an amazing story. So Mally, once again, welcome. You've been on like every show possible over the last month. I keep on watching them. Like, how has that been?
It's been crazy, actually. And also too, going back into the studios. So as you know, obviously this has all been very game changing when it comes to, how I have conducted my business in the sense. That's why actually, I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very interested in the whole world of VAs because the whole world has changed. I mean, even from my end of like where I used to have to be places to sell things or go on TV or tell stories or give makeup tips or whatever. Now I will literally have TV shows calling me saying, can you create this content for us?
Wow.
Email it to us and we'll just put it on, national television. And I'm like, okay, don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. And, that's why I've been, really paying attention, guys, about this whole VA thing, because it really is a game changer. So anyway, to your point, the world is opening up a little bit more, as you know, where we are anyway, in the US. And so I have been going back to doing live television shows, doing makeup tips, doing makeovers, the whole 9 yards. At this point, QVC, which is a shopping channel that I sell, my Mally Beauty.
Yeah.
Same.
I love that. I love that.
It's still virtual. So it's been good. Listen, I think it's about striking a balance. I think for all of us now is maybe just striking a balance and having, a little more time for your personal life, as well as giving it all in your business.
All right. And you've got a large following on social. So I want to talk a little bit about that, because you also started doing makeup for the stars, right? Yeah. I want to know which one started happening first. Like, was it that you were doing makeup for J-Lo and Beyonce and then your social grew, or did your social grow first? How did that happen?
Babe, there was no social when I was.
I was hoping that was the answer.
Remember, I'm 112 years old. So
damn, you look amazing.
It's all the makeup. No. But yes, to your point, it's very funny because it was a world before social media saying, yes, absolutely. That is what it was. And in a weird way, it's so funny. I was talking to another OG makeup artist the other day, AKA meaning the ones who were kind of launching their careers without social media. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I am a huge passionate lover of Instagram, almost to the point of where sometimes I should probably step away. I'm kind of actually grateful that when I was starting my celebrity makeup artist career, that there was not social media. And I know that sounds a little strange coming from someone who really does try to, as a matter of fact, just before I joined you here today, I did a whole stories building my face. I don't know if you this is not really important to you, but for the people who want to know how to do step-by-step makeup routines, stories is an amazing place to do that. Because you do little steps. Anyway, I digress. The point is, there was some kind of mystique, I guess, about what we were doing. Like I would go with Beyonce and we would shoot a music video in Paris, but we weren't like every 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Like posting everything we were making. And then you would just see the body of work at the end of the day. And there was something beautiful, I think, about creating that kind of art. However, there is a point where now art is created on Instagram in the sense that you are really able to customize the kinds of things you want the world to see. So I love all of that. I think it's just about moving with the times. I think it's about taking advantage of what you have in front of you to grow your business, to grow your career, and to spread out and to do new things. And I think that that's very, very interesting. I think we're in a really exciting time.
How do you?
What a time to be alive, huh?
Amen, honey.
That's true.
Seriously.
How do you find the time to use social for your business? Because that I think that's the number one question that most businesses have. It's like, well, I'm working. How the hell do I have time to go on social and post? Like, what's that balance look like for you?
It's funny. It is, I'm not going to lie. It's getting a little bit harder as busy as, I feel like all of us are ramping up, I'll be honest, it's like now second quarter, or it will be in a minute. And that's like,
already. Yeah.
How'd that happen? Hello.
Oh,
So I do try to, and the problem is, I think for somebody like me, I live in the moment. I want to do it and I want to go for it right now. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, let's post it, and that's what I love about social media, living in the moment. However, I do find the value in creating beforehand, especially having a plan and saying, okay, maybe today we're gonna, and this is in my case, we're gonna post a step 2, how to create this smoky eye, which means when you put a lot of eyeshadow around your eyes, guys.
uh-huh.
Just in case you don't know. Or
I had no idea.
I know. Well,
This is a whole learning session for Pavel.
Dude, seriously, I have no idea, man. Yeah.
Good. I love
Okay,
this.
all right. Well, let's just say, so how to do your hair, how to give yourself that little, mohawk action, right? We'll figure out how to do that, and then you create a plan. And that's something I'm finding value in now, because up until recently, everything has been very of the moment, and that's something that I do love about social media. However, I think you can optimize this amazing platform that we have by planning ahead and really creating a strategy. And that's why I need a virtual assistant.
Well, how is it that you do it now? Because I see the makeup tip videos, right? I see those.
Yeah.
And then I also see you mix it in between with family. You bring up your husband, your kids. And then you have the funny posts that I love those, right? And you're hitting so many a different part of your audience with each one. Is that planned, or do you just go with the moment?
I do try to, well, number one, it is all very, very authentic, and I do go with the moment. It does. And I've been known, and maybe you're going to yell at me for this, and I should probably, not be so honest, but I will. You can kind of almost tell what's going on in my life just by looking at my social media things that I post. If I'm like, you need to tell those people that they can't run your life, and you need to whatever. And I'm like, oops. Meanwhile, my friends will text me and be like, obviously you're having an issue right now. So, but I love the authentic, sort of thing about, Instagram, social media, Facebook. However, I do try to pepper in certain things because I want to reach all different, the Mally Beauty brand is one thing. The Mally Beauty brand is a celebrity makeup artist created brand that really does take all my tips and tricks for my years as a makeup artist to help you to look and feel your best. Hands down, that's it. However, the Mally Roncal brand, my personal brand, the positivity preacher, the lover, the mommy, the wife, all of that stuff, that I try to make sure that I do touch everyone who is following me and give them what they're there for. I'm here to serve, right? I know that for my life, just like both of you, this is why we're put on this earth, to serve people, to have them leave you feeling better or knowing something better, or having more of an education or a laugh or a tear, whatever, leave better than they were before they came to you.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I love that. Yeah. I love that.
Media in general.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's why I try to balance it all out that way and see if I can do it that way. And you know what? Every once in a blue moon, there are those days where I'm like, you know what? I can't. And when I can't, I'm honest. And I'll either post something from the past that I, that I, know will help someone, or I'll even just say, guess what, guys, I'm taking a family day. I'm stepping away from social. I think that's also healthy to tell people once in a while.
I like that. Oh, so how is it that you differentiate in using stories to your feed? And are you using reels?
Oh, the reels. Tristan, you're so good with the reels. You're so good with the reels. I know. I'm trying to get better with the reels. Okay. I'll be frank with you. I was like, Oh God, I got to learn something else. I'm gonna get better. I've been getting better with it. However, listen, I've had social media, experts, I guess you'll call them, tell me like, you only put something on the feed that blah, 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 that you want to live forever. It's kind of like your portfolio, whatever. Your stories are a little more fleeting. You guys don't, I don't need to tell you. This is probably a very bad answer, but I just do what I feel in the moment.
I love that.
Is that okay?
That is because a lot of people overthink it. Like Marissa in the comments says, I think my issue, she says, from the real estate industry, it's tough to be in the moment, right? And I think because we overthink it, but how do you go past that to be in the moment? How do you do it?
Okay. Here's what I do, Marissa. And I know it's hard because you are always striving, right? We're always like running to the next thing. And I get it. I do the same exact thing every time. And sometimes the moments are fleeting. Like, for example, when I'm on QVC, I have 1 hour. You have 1 hour for a show, and honey, that's it. Like, I mean, technically they can go to qvc.com and purchase after, they can go to mally.com and purchase after, but really there's that 1 hour where I am live and in the moment and I am doing it, right? So Marissa, I would say is to plan time to make the moment. Okay. I use my notes in my phone all the time. Okay. If there is something that I say, oh, this is going to be good, I need to share this with my clients. I need to share this with my potential customers. This is something that could help. I will throw it in my notes, even if I just talk it in and say, I'm going to teach them how to look like they've had lip injections without getting lip injections. I'll just say it in there. Using that idea. Or like, for example, I love to cook. I love to decorate. I love, seasonal decorating, like Christmas. I'm like, oh, this is a great idea for a Christmas tree. And I'll put it in my notes. And then Marissa, when you do have a moment, and even if you are, look, I get it. In real estate, it's like all the time. You are always rolling. But I ain't gonna lie, even if you're in the bathroom for a minute, honey girl, and you got a moment, then take back to your notes and say, oh, that was a good idea. It's about not forgetting, right? It's not about not having good ideas. It's about not forgetting the good ideas and putting them out there. So
that's true. And also, I don't know if you do this, Mally, but on that same note, sometimes I just record something on my phone. And I'm like, I relook at it and I'm like, that was terrible, but I leave it. Then I go back to it a couple of days. I'm like, oh, that wasn't too bad.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
That's good. Yes, that's exactly good. I love that. I love that. Because sometimes you need a little air, right? You need a little air from that, especially when you're being creative with something. And also too, guys, I feel like we're all really hard on ourselves a lot of times. I feel like if we're not living up to the standards of like the hottest TikToker or the most popular Instagram, right? I feel like we beat ourselves up. And I don't know if you're guilty of this now, but sometimes like I will see somebody even that, I don't even really like very much, and I'll watch their stories and then I find myself like kind of going down into that rabbit hole, like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? That's poison. That's poison for your soul. Get them out of your phone, get them off your feed. You don't need, every once in a while, you need to do you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't look at everybody else's stuff, and even stuff that like, you don't need that stress in your life. Just do you, be authentic, plan when you can, and just get it out there. People just want to see who you are. They just want to see who you are.
That's such a good point. I love that. 2 questions on that.
Yes.
One of them, Jessica, really great question. If you do live videos, you're almost always as real as you can get. Just be real, pure and natural, right? That's a great comment, right? Goes along with what Mally was saying. And the question is, as Instagram is shifting, What are your thoughts on how to approach this to remain relevant? That's a good question.
That's a very good question. Right. Well, it's hard, right? Because I got this, remember when they were like, Instagram is no longer going to be pictures. It's just going to be videos. It's just gonna be reels. And that was literally like a stake to my heart because, as a wife of a photographer, and also like, I just love beautiful photographs, especially when it comes to, makeup or decorating or whatever. There's something just it's not the same as looking at like a beautiful photo is like watching a reel that's like really, really produced. Again, I hate to say this because it sounds like an old lady stuck in her time, but you have to if you're going to continue, right, to try to chase that carrot, you do have to move a little bit with the times, but your best work, your best content is not going to come out of something that doesn't feel authentic to you.
Ooh, that's true also.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like, I have a friend who's a beautiful, beautiful photographer, and she's like, I'm posting my photos. That's it. And they're going to get the best, most beautiful parts of me because they are going to see my photos. If I try to make a reel about it, it's not going to be the same. Another thing you can do, get somebody to help you. Get somebody to help you stay relevant, right?
Like a virtual assistant.
Like a virtual assistant.
I mean, since we're talking about, and Mally, right now is the perfect time to give away the iPad. So
let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, everybody. I need just type in iPad in the chat. iPad.
Wow, they're quick.
And then we're going to pick a winner really quick, and it'll be one of our
all at random
people.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Wow.
Let's give it about 30 seconds until everybody runs through that, and just pick somebody from there randomly. Mally, hopefully all these people also follow you right now. So follow Mally right now on Instagram, and let me grab her link.
That's so nice.
Follow her right there. Geez, that disappeared fast. So hold on, put it on there. I'll just keep on adding it. There you go. That might increase your chances of winning an iPad too. So.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Here we go. All right. We're going to pick one in the next 30 seconds or so. But Mally, I have a question, because there's two sides of what we do, because we also have bad days, right? How do you deal with those days that are a little bit more challenging mentally? Like, do you just take the day off, afternoon off? Do you have somebody you talk to? What does that look like?
Let's see how we count the ways of dealing with our bad days, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Number one, we all, mental health is a big part of my life. My father is a psychiatrist, so I literally grew up being analyzed and dealing with any mental health issue that I had so close, it was literally in my home. So, that's very important. And then being, a mother, right? Having 3 daughters and, a wild, amazing husband who's always like a million miles an hour at all times.
Yeah.
You're always trying to figure out, and me just being an empath and being who I am, I'm always like, are you happy? Is everyone happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you happy?
Just checking. I see that totally.
Right. And then sometimes I forget to go look in the mirror and say, are you happy?
Ooh.
And that's a tough one. So yes, the answer is I do take days off. I do take days where I just eat potato chips and say, fuck it. And that's just the way it goes. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I do have days where I go and buy a really expensive pair of shoes because I deserve it.
I love it.
Right. And you just find things that help you to feel good and don't have guilt about it, and have grace for yourself about it, and don't feel bad. As long as you're not hurting anyone or doing anything illegal, do what makes you feel good on those days that are bad.
I love
That's
it.
all you can do because life is short.
Great
honey.
answer.
That's all I got to say. Life is short and you got to just grab it by the balls and run.
Dude, now you're talking our language. I love it. This is
Exactly.
why we had her
I
on.
love
Paul.
it. Yes.
This is why we had her on. I love it.
I love
All
it.
right. People are still typing iPad, so let's pick a winner. Hold on.
I know. Okay, let's stop.
Okay, we got it. The winner is, okay, here we go. It's Marissa Dubé. Dubé. Let me just put it into the chat. Marissa, we're going to contact you right now.
Woo!
Put
Congratulations.
it in the win. There it is.
Yes.
Marissa. There you go, Marissa. I see you. You're the
Yeah.
winner.
Yeah.
We got you.
Our
Remember-
team will contact you to get your information and send you your gift.
And
Yay!
remember, brought to you by Virtudesk. And thank you, Mally, for being on for that session. We're
Awesome.
still giving away a VA for 1 month. So that's going to be cool, right? So that's during our session with D-Rock. So we're going to do that.
So stay for that.
Yep, stay for that one. All right, Mally, quick question.
Yes.
I see you shifting into TikTok. And
Of course she is.
but from your previous comment, you're like, reels, video. How have you pushed yourself to post more on there? Because the consistency part can sometimes be a challenge.
Yeah, and I'll be quite frank with you. We've discussed this a couple of times, and I am, it's funny. I'm not proud to say that I'm not really. It's so funny, and it's so weird. This is why we have to learn the power of training our minds, right? Because I post on Instagram all damn day. I will post on Instagram. I'll post a thing. I'll do whatever, and then it just disappears when I say I should just pick up the phone, go to TikTok and make one there. I'm here. I've got the phone in my hand. This is where I really do feel like I might need some help in moving forward. And that's something that I feel, that I'm honest about. Our kids are on TikTok. Our kids are on TikTok. They are on Instagram sometimes, but TikTok is their main. TikTok is the future. You're great on TikTok. Yeah. How do you do it? You tell me how to do it.
Well, great question here. So, and I was thinking through it as I asked it. I'm like, interesting. I had one of our VAs do research as to what I was consistently posting, right?
Right.
And so they found my pillars. They're like, you know what, Tristan, you seem to be comfortable posting about real estate.
Yeah.
You seem to be comfortable posting about stupid journals and books. Right.
You like your stuff.
Yeah, I like my stuff. And you seem to be comfortable about posting coaching just in general, just life, right?
Yeah.
And then with your family, like my son or my daughter. And so mix it around there. They said, anytime you're stuck, go to your pillars and pick something from your pillars, and then you'll feel really comfortable. And I was like, that's so good.
That's so good.
So
And then, okay, so can I ask you a question?
yeah, shoot.
So what you do when you have a VA is you create the content, you send it to them, right?
Yeah.
They do all the heavy lifting. They make it happen. They make it beautiful. They tie a little bow, and then they give it right back to you, and then you post it, or do they post it?
Well, I typically post it, but I know in some cases, like for YouTube, they post it, right? So they post to YouTube Shorts. I don't touch it. They post to YouTube, right? And I don't touch anything. I just create it. But for Instagram, because I like the feel of posting, right? And the relevance, I post it to Instagram, I post it to TikTok, but they could do it to either or. Here's what I've noticed though, and Pavel will back me up on this. It takes like 2 months for them to get to know your style so that they know exactly what you're looking for.
It's like basically hiring somebody in your office to do the work,
Yeah.
When you hire somebody to work at your office, it's, you don't expect them to get up and running like in the first day. You know,
Sure.
they need to be onboarded. They need to get to know you. They need to basically be embraced in your office, in your culture, in your company. So
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
of course.
And especially with something I find probably right as personal as social media, it's
Hmm.
coming from you. You have to really make sure that it does feel like something you have. Because I have had, in all honesty, I've had people, um, post for me before. I mean, again, this has been a long journey on the social media world and
Yeah.
agencies and blah 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 and all that stuff. And sometimes I'll look at it and I'm like, that doesn't feel like us. That doesn't feel like me.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And that is something you have to be super careful for obviously anyone who's watching, because they can smell a fake in a heartbeat. Okay. They
Yeah.
smell when you're trying to pull something over their eyes. They can smell when you're just trying to sell them something and you don't care about how they feel about it.
That's
And
a
that's
good point.
yes. And that's the reason why I think, thank you, by the grace of God, we've been able to, really be successful in all ways with Mally Beauty, etc., is because they know that once they get their eyeshadow stick at home, that I'm not like, okay, good. Well, I'm glad you got that. Don't call me. I'll call you. You know what I mean? Like they know that I'm here, and
Yeah.
I want them to know that they feel good when they're wearing it and they look beautiful. That they know that my heart goes all the way through the process, all the way till 6:30 in the morning when she's putting on or he's putting on that eyeliner to go out and face the day, that I'm literally like sitting on their bathroom sink watching them and hoping that they're feeling good. And I think that everybody who I mean, look, with real estate, like you don't sell somebody something and then go like, okay, don't care if you like it. Of course you care. You want them to be
Of course. Yeah.
I love it. I don't think you have a problem with authenticity. I think that's probably one of your superpowers. So too much.
Superwoman. Yeah.
know about that. I don't know about that. But yes, I listen, I love where we are in the world right now and being able to uh have have options, right, with assistance and people to help you create more, touch more people, because I think that is something that, right, we're all trying to do, is
Yep.
build more of an audience, just so that we can share our positive message bigger, stronger, louder, and hopefully drown out the negative, right? That's what we want.
One thing I notice when I watch your channel is that it's a massive reminder that even though we're in a more tech oriented world where we have social outlets as the top websites in the world, it's never going to stop being a relationship business. And you treat it like that on social. And that's why people connect with you.
I try. I'm very passionate about letting them see the good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, 90% of the time I have no makeup on and I'm wearing my thick glasses and I'm, making scrambled eggs, at the butt crack of dawn for the kids.
All
I mean,
right. Good.
but that's what we are, right? We're all
Yeah.
just human. We all just want to love each other, and we all just want everyone to be happy and healthy and show that we're all the same
That's
somehow,
true.
and just share what we know. And I'm obsessed with all of you guys and watching all this, because you know so much, and I'm always watching every single thing. I do have to say, I laughed out loud with all of the filters you were doing with the eyes and I was like, he's addicted.
I am addicted. Terrible. It was terrible.
He's gonna start. He's doing it at home, not even filming it. Looking.
That was so true. I'm like, what is this? Is cool. What is this? I'm like,
I love it. I love it. And that's really you. And I think that that's why it's so great. And anyway, I'm excited about all of this. And I love the idea that we can hire, or we can, bring people in that are not necessarily in your personal space. It's another thing. I think we've all realized that having someone work virtually is a huge plus as well.
That's true.
It's on your time, it's faster, it's easier, it's less complicated, you know. You don't have to feed them. No, I'm kidding.
We won't get into that. That's funny.
Pavel, I'm only saying that because whenever I have people here, I'm always like, you want to eat? You want to eat? Should we get coffee? What do you want?
That's the empath in you though, right? That's
impacting. Yeah.
That makes sense. I found really quick, Mally, I found that document that I was telling you about. So
great.
You see the 4 pillars: personal development, business coaching, real estate, and social media. And then each one has a subheadings in there, subtopics. So anytime I'm stuck, I go to this and I'm like, oh, that's right. I can do that.
That's great.
So that was so good.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I should have done that years ago.
No, everybody needs that. Everybody needs that.
Yeah. All right. Mally, where do we follow you again?
Okay, so the best one on Instagram, Mally Roncal, MALLYRONCAL. Of course, I am on Mally.com. There's MallyRoncal.com. We have Positivity Preacher, which is my little love.
There we go.
Which is just, again, about sharing love. And by the way, Positivity Preacher does not mean like everything is positive, that, you know, what is it called? Toxic positivity. It's not that. It's we realize that life can really suck sometimes and you just have to choose joy when you can. And that's all I try to do. My husband and me, we try to help you with that any way we can. And again, MallyBeauty.com, you know, all the places, all the love. Anyway, but thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
This is awesome.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you for making time for us.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. And have a great day. Enjoy. I'm going to be watching.
Thank you, Mally.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.